This is very sad to say, but Toonami is dying. That was my childhood block. I used to love staying up all night and just watching Dragon Ball Z. And back in 2008, it broke my heart when it was canceled. And at the time, I didn't really have internet, so I couldn't really look up the episodes of the anime that they took off. And in fact, I still haven't caught up in where I left off on Naruto. Now, I remember back in 2012, I almost lost my shit when I heard they were coming back. It was a big surprise, but honestly, everyone in the anime community was excited. And for a while, it got great views and ratings. Unfortunately, recently, Toonami has slowly been drawing less and less viewers. But why? There are many theories on why this is happening. And that's why I'm here. I'm going to go through some of them and say if that's right or wrong. Maybe it's the fact they play almost nothing but shonen. No, that's probably not it. As much as I love slice of life anime, I have to admit, shonen definitely draws more viewers and makes more revenue than any other anime genre. And especially in the United States, shonen anime is especially popular. I mean, you know, Toonami might benefit from airing a couple slice of life, but honestly, I don't know a lot of people who are going to break their neck to watch Azumanga Dao. Maybe it's a lack of content. Again, I don't think this is it either. In fact, Toonami has a pretty healthy variety. In fact, even on daylight savings time when that starts, they always play a movie as well. I remember staying up all night just to watch Children Who Chase Lost Voices.
Cannot allow this root of evil. Toonami is proud to present Children Who Chase Lost Voices.
Now, there's a good variety of content. I mean, they play One Piece, Dragon Ball Z Kai, Naruto, and these are pretty big powerhouses of anime. And they're guaranteed to draw viewers. Plus, they have some ones that are a little less known than those three. Like, they got Hunter x Hunter, One Punch Man. So, Toonami doesn't skimp on the content. And I'm not gonna lie, shonen is not my cup of tea. And I'm not saying oversaturation of shonen is killing Toonami. I mean, Toonami runs nearly 5 hours. They don't even duplicate shows. And you pretty much get 9 different shows per Toonami. You know, if you count Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Z Kai as 2 different shows. I do. They're different. So, yeah, they have a good variety of content, so that's probably not why they're dying. Well, I can attribute it to 3 reasons. 1, the time slot. 2, the amount of airtime. And 3, on-demand and streaming services. Let's start with the time slot. Toonami airs 11 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. Pacific time. Now, honestly, hardly anybody is going to stay up that late just to watch anime. And those who do are probably going to be just half asleep and miss half the show from just nodding off. Unless you DVR it for later. Now, if I was running Toonami, I would make it air from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. Now, granted, you have to cut out some of the staple Adult Swim programming like King of the Hill, Family Guy. But you could just make them come on later during Toonami's regular slot. Besides, those shows repeat throughout the night. Like, I know King of the Hill plays like once at like 8 o'clock and once at like 4 in the morning or something. And besides, it wouldn't hurt Adult Swim to not play King of the Hill or Family Guy for one night out of the week. One thing I don't really like is that they only play an episode one time. So if you miss it, you pretty much have to wait like 100 weeks for that episode to be in rotation again. Now, the next problem I'm going to mention kind of leads into the third one. The second problem is Toonami has relatively little airtime. It airs in one continuous block on Saturday, which makes sense since a lot of the audience would probably be in school. And the only time, and they'd probably stay up late on Saturday night to watch it. Personally, I would make Toonami 2 hours every night. And each day I'd play 2 different shows. Like Monday, I'd play 2 episodes of Dragon Ball Z Kai and 2 episodes of Naruto. Tuesday, I play 2 episodes of One Punch Man and, I don't know, Inuyasha or something. This is a little unscripted, so, you know, if you couldn't tell. And that's also another question. Let's say you were watching Naruto, and it ends on an awesome cliffhanger. Like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next time? Well, you have to wait a whole week to find out what happens. Of course, by the time that next week rolls around, you'd probably be completely uninterested in the plot. And honestly, you'd probably just Google what happens in an episode. Seriously though, why would you wait a week to find out what happens? And of course, that leads to our third problem. And pretty much the number one reason that Toonami is dying. The number one reason is on-demand services and the internet. Now, with on-demand services, you can literally watch an entire anime series in one night instead of waiting 12 weeks to get from start to finish. And plus, there's a huge variety of just streaming services. I mean, you got Funimation and Crunchyroll on the internet, plus DirecTV and most cable companies have the Anime Network, and DirecTV has it for free as far as I know, but we don't have DirecTV anymore. And then, you know, for us cheapskates, you got Kiss Anime. And those services have literally hundreds of anime just available at the palm of your hand. Instead of just waiting a week for a limited number of 9 shows, you can just watch, you have hundreds of anime at your fingertips. Of course, this problem isn't exclusive to anime. In fact, there's a lot of media being replaced by this service. And it's kind of the main reason hardly anybody buys things like DVDs anymore. So, in short, what killed Toonami was Crunchyroll. I do have a feeling that Toonami might be around for a little while, but honestly, it won't be the anime powerhouse it used to be. But hey, at least it's better than that shitty Toonzai block. Yeah, honestly, it is a great network. It's just kind of flawed and outdated.